It's 6 o'clock.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this evening, traffic at standstill in Port Harcourt following heavy rain. Police invite protesting students in Rivers State. Protesters block road in Abuja airport with bonfires. Bandits release photos of students abducted from Kebbi State. On the foreign scene, Iran's president-elect Ibrahim Raisi ready for negotiations with world powers on nuclear deal. I am Constance Mega. Traffic is at a standstill on some major roads in Port Harcourt following heavy rain today amid the closure of most roads by the Rivers State government for the construction of multiple flyovers across the city. Our correspondent reports that Ada George, Ajip, Education, Aba Road, Ikwere Road stretch are affected by the heavy traffic situation. Well, this morning, students were seen walking to school and workers stuck in vehicles due to the traffic jam. A commuter spoke to our correspondent.
Of drivers and no alternative roads before blocking the Pepperoni Junction. I think that's most of the problem we're having here. There were no alternatives. There are supposed to be alternative routes before blocking Pepperoni Junction. That's most of all this.
Well, the traffic gridlock started last week Thursday when a part of Ada George Road was closed to allow for the construction of the Rume Precom flyover amid similar constructions in other parts of the city. Well, a lawyer, Uchechukwu Uchendu, is asking the Rivers State House of Assembly to begin impeachment proceedings against Governor Nyesom Wike for gross misconduct. Mr. Uchendu, in a petition dated June 10, accused Governor Wike of using taxpayers' money and public funds in form of goodwill and donations to neighboring states and for events without getting approval from the State House of Assembly. Well, he said according to the Constitution, no money shall be withdrawn from the Consolidated Revenue Fund except approved by the House of Assembly. Well, he said it is important the State House of Assembly begin investigations and impeachment proceedings to save the state from collapse, as these donations do not have any direct impact on the lives of Rivers people. Mr. Uchendu spoke to our correspondent.
So we are calling the Assembly to investigate financial dealings of the Governor of Rivers State as it has to do with the unsolicited donations in recent times. And on the strength of these unwarranted donations, commence impeachment proceedings against the Governor for breaching certain sections of the Constitution as amended. I am only an individual and a citizen who is calling and asking for accountability from my government because I'm a taxpayer.
Well, the lawyer also listed some of the donations made by Governor Nyesom Wike, which he described as unsolicited.
The governor in faraway Sokoto State had donated a heaping sum of 500 million naira over a bond market. Our same governor visited neighboring Benue State and he made similar donations to about the tune of 250 million naira. The governor donated some hostel blocks to the Bata campus of the Nigerian Law School, which the governor said will engulf over 5 billion naira. Such amount ought to be provided and captured under our budget.
Away from that now, the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Friday Eboka, today invited for a meeting the protesting students of the Rivers State College of Health Science and Management Technology. Well, CP Eboka's intervention followed a planned protest by the students this morning in front of the school's gate. The commissioner sent senior officers from the headquarters to the school as the students started gathering at the school premises for the protest. Well, they had planned to march to the government house against lack of infrastructure in their school. Meanwhile, the Secretary General of the National Association of Nigerian Students, Zone B, Nobu Wokocha, says he's disappointed that students were denied their rights to protest.
Some delegates will be needed to go and discuss with the Commissioner of Police, to discuss which the provost of the school will be there, the Commissioner for Education will be there, and the Commissioner for Health will be there. And we are going to tell the Assistant Commissioner of Police that if, as we are going for the meeting, and the other parties that are supposed to be there are not there, then we cannot discuss, because we need the discussion that will yield fruit immediately, more especially as it stands that the management of the school has shut down the school on Saturday.
Now, on his part, the president of the National Association of Rivers State Students in the college, George Brown, said they are not happy that the management of the school interpreted their protest as illegal.
What happened here is the students planned the protest today. They were ready for the protest. They came out just to find the gates being locked. So we are asking, why is the gate being locked? Don't we have right again? Because the college administration has decided to pay deaf ears to us. They said they want dialogue, but instead they are chasing us out of the school premises. We are gathered here to seek the reason why they have locked the gates, why we cannot exercise our own human right.
Protesters blocked the Umar Yar'Adua Way leading to the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, this morning. The youths, under the aegis of #RevolutionNow, blocked the road with bonfires, leaving motorists stranded. Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Mohammed Marwa, has opposed demands for cannabis to be made in Nigeria. Mr. Marwa said the nation cannot afford to mortgage the lives of the citizens for financial gains by legalizing cannabis. Well, he said this today in response to earlier calls by Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu for the legalization of cultivation of cannabis sativa in the country. Well, the NDLEA boss said it is not acceptable to the agency as it will continue to burn down marijuana farms and prosecute whoever is caught doing the business. Well, still ahead, bandits release photos of students abducted from Kebbi State. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back now. Photos of students and teachers who were abducted from Federal Government College, Berin Yauri, Kebbi State, have been released by bandits. Although some of those abducted have been rescued, a teacher of the school who did not want to be named confirmed the identities of the victims to Daily Trust newspaper today. This year's Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME), organized by JAMB, continued today across the country. While in Port Harcourt, scores of candidates were seen at the various centers, while some of them spoke to our correspondents after their examination.
It was good. The rate is very, very well. Depends on how you study. If you study well, the exam will not be hard. But if you don't study well, that is when you know that the exam is very, very difficult. But it was not hard. Everything went smoothly.
My own exam went fine and successful. Well, due to the computer were going very fine, and the invigilators, people around us, they were attentive and responding to us. If you have any challenge, you just put off your hand, then they will come and meet you. Any small challenge, they were not far from us. Everything went well. If you read very well, you'll be sure of getting a high score. And if you don't, that is when you look as if the exam is hard.
Well, recall that the JAMB examination, which started nationwide on Saturday, is running in 3 sessions till July 3. In business, the spokesman for Livestock Breeders Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State Chapter, Hussaini Salisu, says the occupations of farmers and cattle rearers are threatened by insecurity, which means there will be food shortage in the country. But Salisu, a rice farmer and a herder, said the farmer-herder conflict in Nigeria is as a result of communal clashes and not foreign Fulani herdsmen. In entertainment, Nollywood actor Baba Ijesha will be summoned at an Ikeja Special Offences Court on Thursday over allegations of sexual assault of a minor. Well, Baba Ijesha, who has been in custody since his arrest on April 22, is to stand trial before Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo. Well, the actor was arraigned on June 16 at a Yaba Magistrates Court on charges of indecent treatment of a child, defilement of a child, sexual assault by penetration, attempted sexual assault by penetration, and sexual assault. Well, he pleaded not guilty to the charges but was remanded in custody by Magistrate P.E. Nwaka due to indications that the matter is before the High Court. In sports, the Nigerian men's 4x100 meters, 4x400 meters, and women's 4x400 meters and mixed 4x400 meters teams all failed to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Well, this is as the Athletics Federation of Nigeria Olympics national trials at the Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, ended yesterday. Well, the relay teams, however, have another chance to secure qualification at the Making of Champions relays on Saturday and Sunday at the same venue.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Iran's president-elect Ibrahim Raisi has welcomed the negotiations with world powers aimed at reviving a 2015 nuclear deal, but said they must guarantee national interests. Well, at his first news conference since his victory in Friday's election, Ibrahim Raisi promised he would not allow the talks in Vienna to be dragged out. He also insisted that Iran's ballistic missile program is not negotiable. Well, the nuclear deal has been close to collapse since the U.S. abandoned it and reinstated sanctions 3 years ago. That's a package, but to look at the major stories, traffic is at a standstill in Port Harcourt following heavy rain and closure of most roads by the Rivers State government for the construction of multiple flyovers across the city. Police have invited the protesting students of Rivers State College of Health, Science and Management Technology. Protesters blocked the road leading to Abuja Airport this morning with bonfires, leaving motorists stranded. And bandits have released photos of students and teachers abducted from Kebbi State. And on the foreign scene, Iran's president-elect Ibrahim Raisi has welcomed negotiations with world powers on the 2015 nuclear deal. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this evening. I am Constance Mega. Thank you for listening.